I'm Katie Solon, the International Chair of Democrats Abroad, and I've lived overseas for 34 years and now live in Germany. President Obama is respected around the world. He will go down in history as one of our greatest presidents because of healthcare, dealing with the financial crisis, showing us where we need to go to combat racism and gun violence and achieve equal rights, and his work on climate change. All of these achievements despite everyday Republican obstructionism. As an overseas citizen, I really appreciate that who is the US president affects the whole world. And my definitive memory of his administration is connected with his restoring respect for the United States around the world. This started before he even took office. In November 2008, after he was elected, the morning after, I was walking down the street in Vienna with a small group of Democrats abroad. We'd just cleaned up after our election night party. And we were walking down a main commuter avenue into the city center of Vienna, carrying a big cardboard cutout of Barack Obama. And every car on that road was waving at us, every driver waving, honking their horns, and giving us a thumbs up because Vienna and the whole world was celebrating his election. You can contrast this to a visit of George W. Bush to Vienna a couple of years before. On that day, I was standing on a street corner in Vienna in front of a cafe, and when his motorcade passed, spontaneously, hundreds of Austrians stood up and were yelling at him and booing the motorcade and waving with obscene gestures. President Obama came to Prague in 2009 and Berlin in 2013, and I was lucky to be at both of those public speeches on main squares. I waited with a few other members of Democrats Abroad for hours, surrounded by Czechs or Germans, and all of these people were so warmly welcoming President Obama and waiting to listen intently to his really thoughtful speeches. So because of his multilateral and diplomatic diplomacy, he started no wars. He's worked really hard to end the wars that he inherited. And his thoughtful and inclusive and fair and determined foreign policy initiatives. For these reasons, he has restored respect for the US around the world, and we overseas citizens feel that every day.